Jacinta
from Rainbow Machenko Coach.
and today we're going on a rant.
All about passive and active flexibility.
So what is the difference between active and passive stretching? Well,
Let's show you.
so here is a passive stretch. It's impressive, isn't it? I know, thank you. This is an active stretch. And now let's have a look at mine and see if it's that good. It's pretty good, but it could be better. What about that standing split, Amy?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Standing split. Here is another test of active flex. I'm retired.
So our goal is to close the gap between that active and that passive flexibility.
If you are super bendy like me, but can't pull your own leg into the same shape without force, so pulling it with your own hands, using gravity, things like that, then you have very weak active flexibility.
And with weak active flexibility, you're really not going to be reaching the flexibility of your dreams. You're not going to be reaching the flexibility goals you desire.
I have all that oversplit and I can't use it. You put me upside down on the pole and you can't see how amazingly flexible my split is because I don't have the muscles to be able to pull my legs into that oversplit position without an external force. Wah.
I mean, how many pole dancers, for example, have you seen that have incredible oversplits on the floor? But we try and put them in a jade split up the pole and they can't flatten that split.
So what we need to do is close the gap between the passive and the active, which means we need to make you stronger. Now, what are some great things about active flexibility and making you stronger, Amy?
Well, let's start with reason number one why we want active flexibility, and that's actually to do with your nervous system.
Ooh.
Yes, so if our nervous system detects instability, it detects a lack of strength in any of your joints, whether it be your shoulders, your hips, whatever it is you're trying to stretch and get a little bit more bendy, then it's going to put the brakes on and it's going to tell you, nope, I don't feel safe here. I'm not going to stretch any deeper. And it's literally, if you've ever gone into a stretch and you felt that like you've hit a brick wall, like you can't go any further, generally that's your nervous system sending you signals that it don't feel safe here.
Or if you get the shakes where you go into your maximum stretch and your body is like, ah, it's jackhammering, that's your nervous system. It's your fight or flight response saying, this is not a good place, danger, danger, we're gonna break a hip.
Yeah, which like, it may seem like a bad thing, but it really isn't. Like it's sending you signals that we gotta do some strengthening or you are gonna injure yourself.
It's basically, this is your body's defense mechanism. We need to protect your joint. Number one thing your body will protect is your joints because those are the hardest to heal. It's quite happy for you to break an arm, it's halfway up the bone because that's easy for it to repair. But joints are complicated and if you break those or you damage them, they will never work the same again, unfortunately. So really important that we work on that strength, calm your nervous system, but also make the structure, particularly around the joints, stronger so that you don't do any damage.
I can bring a sense of calm to that nervous system, you know. A lot of the time I find, like when people are first learning to get more flexible, it's not about increasing the range in the muscle or the length. It's about learning to calm the nervous system. And when they learn to calm the nervous system, they start to get incredible results in that flexibility. And if you ever have been injured before in a stretch, you've torn your hamstring, you've sprained a hip flexor, then it's even more important that we start to include active flexibility exercises because your body's going to remember that it injured itself there, right?
Your body's memory is far better than your brain's memory. And it knows, we're done fucked up before, we don't want to do that again, it hurt.
So just by including some of the strengthening exercises, you're going to find that nervous system is going to calm down because it's going to feel safe, it's going to feel calm, it's going to feel happy, and all of a sudden you're going to find those like flexibility gains are going to be awesome.
And not only will it be passively awesome with your oversplit on a large block, but you'll be able to replicate that upside down without any external pressure. So if you find that you're trying to grab your foot in your eagle or even in your rainbow, if you need somebody to pass you your foot, you are not ready for that move. You're in a place where you potentially could injure yourself because your passive flexibility and your active flexibility have a big gap. We need to close that gap, make you strong enough to be able to grab that foot all by yourself.
Yes. So, if you ever, maybe where the rant's going to come in now. Oh no.
Amy, how do you feel about people squashing, assisting, or pushing people into flexible positions?
I do not like it. I don't like it. It hurts my eyeballs.
I don't like it either, and whenever I see someone getting assisted on Instagram, it makes me cringe, it makes me angry, it makes me sad, because you should know better.
I think it's a really good idea now to just clear up that there's a difference between good assistance and bad assistance when it comes to this sort of stuff, yeah?
And
if your coach is sitting there like pushing your leg towards your face or like pushing your arm, like they are fully like grabbing you and pushing it as hard as they can, stop.
You should be able to do that yourself.
Yeah, they might just be able to guide you, just like poke and just say, I would like you to squeeze your bum a little bit more, Jacinta, to make this happen. I would like you to use that hamstring a little bit more, or maybe I need a little bit more activation through this part of the body to make that connection happen. That's good assistance. Bad assistance is where I'm trying to yank it as hard as I can. You know when you see people like yanking it in? That's terrible assistance. Most of the time, just by including some active flexibility and strengthening exercises in your pre-warm-up, you'll actually find you'll magically be able to bring your leg there yourself rather than have a coach sit there and yank that leg in there, because that's going to cause some like hamstring snapping, some hip flexor tearing,
and just all round back pain.
Yeah.
So really what we're trying to say is do your conditioning. Do your active flex drills.
And if you want some really good active flex drills, go check out our other videos.
We have so many videos now.
Yes.
Don't forget to leave us a question if you have any questions on that.
Yes.